All right, hey guys, Pastor Tim here with an update for you. A lot of people have been waiting to hear some of the sources that I've had in talking about how we are importing patients from Mexico, putting them into our healthcare system here in America, and just wanted to kind of go over some of this with you. I do have an email here, and I wanted to share some details from this email. And this is an email, by the way, that was sent out by the president and CEOs of the California Hospitals Association, the Hospital Association of San Diego and Imperial Counties, the Hospital Association of Southern California, and the Hospital Association of Northern and Central California. So this email came from them, and it talks about some of what the state wants to do. Now, keep in mind that Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, made his way down to Imperial County, and after his discussions with them, this email came out. Now, here's what the email says, is that the state is looking to transfer 20 patients a day for the next week, 10 patients a day for 2 weeks following. And so the state's averaging 40 phone calls to place just one of these COVID patients in need. That's at least 400 phone calls daily. Now, I'll give you some background also from this email. It says that there was a severe COVID outbreak in the city of Mexicali, Baja California. So a severe COVID outbreak in Mexico. And it says that this has created a crisis across the border. All hospitals are full and using crisis standards of care, leaving patients without appropriate treatment. So what's going on in Mexico is causing a crisis on our border. And they go on to talk about how these are American citizens or Mexican citizens with permanent U.S. resident status. That's neither here nor there. A lot of people are saying, you're talking about illegals. I've never said anything about illegals. I just said that they are people from Mexico coming into the United States, which is absolutely true. What we're finding out, though, is that many of them are not Mexican citizens with permanent residence or U.S. citizens at all. Many of these people are not here legally. But for the purposes of this email, they're saying that these are American citizens. That's fine. But here's what's happening. They're American citizens or Mexican nationals with permanent U.S. residency, and they're coming into our nation with this severe COVID outbreak. It says that the outbreak and limited resources in Mexicali have resulted in these U.S. citizens and permanent residents coming into the U.S. to seek care here. Now, here's another point of interest from this email, that on Wednesday, the city of Mexicali had 180 deaths, twice the number of deaths on Wednesday in all of California. So what we're having as we're here trying to protect our families, what we have is a crisis there in another country, and we're allowing them to come into our country, and then the state is then covering the cost. This is what it says, that the state will cover the cost of patient transportation. So we're taking them in, we're transporting them to other places, and let's face it, the people that are sick need help. And as Christians, as Americans, this is what we do. We help people in need. So I want you to know that I have reached out to Samaritan's Purse, and we're trying to see if we can get a hospital set up down there to help the people there. But what we don't want is for those numbers to be coming into our nation, being placed into our counties, bumping up our numbers, and then causing our state to be on lockdown any longer than it already is. We've been on lockdown. It's been incredibly ridiculous. It's a government overreach, and it's stifling the church and causing divisions within the church, and this needs to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if things like this get brought to light. And so people might get angry at hearing this kind of stuff, but I'll tell you what, Jesus called us to be the salt and the light. And the light reveals the wickedness that's in the darkness, and this is a very dark ploy from our government to try to keep us on lockdown, and he's disgustingly using the Mexican people to do it. I think it's a travesty for the Mexican people. They deserve better than this.